in slowly. You might be weak in this area. We ain't saying jump all the way like this. This is why people fail all the time or come up short. Trying to fight this invisible enemy. Ain't nobody coming. You got to do it. And all we know when everybody's trying to fight this invisible enemy, ain't nobody coming. You got to do it. And all we need is a certain type of people to grow into this next dispensation. Ain't nobody coming. You got to do it. And all we need is a certain type of people to grow into this next dispensation. Only a small amount of people, that's all it takes to change the whole world. We ain't worried about everybody else. Because once one start tapping the knowledge, we in the collective consciousness, the whole consciousness get affected. That's how strong the higher vibration is. And I'm not boosting bragging about myself. Yeah, keep growing. It ain't gonna stop because I keep growing. I know it. I'm clear. I have an overstanding. I ain't got to argue, debate. I just keep working on myself. Watch this. And that same person that was talking is all of a sudden they get in check. Because it's the force. It's the energy. And things that you're doing right now, you know is working for you. It is healthy. It is good. Stick with it. This is what we're talking about. And the other things, add them in slowly. You might be weak in this area. We ain't saying jump all the way like this. This is why people fail all the time or come up short. Even dealing with certain diet changes, going from this one to this one, being extreme. Take your time and grow. Be easy on yourself. Be nice. You're going to get there. You're an immortal. You got all day. But at least stay consistent, little by little. Oh, here we go. And you'll grow into this bigger understanding, which is your, how we say, your higher self, your God mind. I mean, we can make up all types of names. But it is an overwhelming consciousness that you are a growing being. You are a thinking man, a thinking woman. You are the scientist. You are the philosopher. You are the technician. You're working with something. And see, we use exercise today. Exercise is so important. It's physical matter. See, in the last spirituality religion, this was put down. Being sinful, being this. No, it's not. This is light. This is frozen light. You're working directly with the light. And don't act like God is invisible. You know why God became invisible? Somebody, when you didn't have an overstanding and you was energetically blind, somebody taught you to look a different way. But you're looking at God right now. Never was invisible. See, even that old concept we say, something came from nothing. No, it didn't. Something always been here. Oh, we got to grow into this, but this is a bigger understanding as you keep on growing on the path. So keep in mind, we got our understanding, and overstanding is just when you have a complete understanding of what we're talking about. Know thyself, you should know God. Know thyself, you should know the universe. Peace and blessings. Meditate on that one as we keep on getting our understanding and growing more and more into the knowledge. Peace and blessings.
Wow. How to study and conscious state of mind precepts. Head over to www.rvbaypublications.com for this one. This one, I don't know about now because I got this a long time ago, but it comes with this one. All right, this one's a little. I really studied this one, so it's like. Let's see. This is for anyone who makes claim that certain individuals create websites and publish information that's getting people in trouble. This is from RV Bay Publications, right? This is for promotional education, distribution, right? This comes for free. The mothers provide this for free with your orders, okay? Well, let's go over here and look at body politic. All right. If you are looking to belong to or become a part of a Moorish body politic, it is important for you to know that it begins with you. You must become conscious that you are the body politic that you have been looking for. Once you are secure in your knowledge of nationality and national principles, then and only then can you be an active and productive part of a body politic. Now, there was your disclaimer right there. And you can't say you don't have this book if you ordered anything from rvbaypublications.com. This comes with it for free. So even if you didn't order this book, you should have this book. And even if you didn't read the whole book, it's on page 5. So you should have read this. This is your disclaimer right here. Once you are secure in your knowledge, you know what secure means? Let's see. All right. Alrighty. Let's go. Secure. Let's see. Let's go. What do you secure? All right. Secure. It's an adjective. It describes a person, place, or thing. 1530s. Without care or fear. You hear that? Dreading no evil. Without care or fear. Okay? A sense now archaic. From Latin securus or securus, of persons free from care, quiet, easy, also in a bad sense, careless, reckless of things, tranquil, free from danger, safe, from se, cura, from se, free from, see se, plus cura, care, see cure. In early use, it often implied overconfident, too sure. In English, in reference to places free from danger, unexposed, by century 1600. The mechanical meaning, firmly fixed, of material things is by 1841, extended from the mental meaning affording grounds for confidence, 1580s, hence, of such stability, strength, etc., to preclude risk of telephones or telephone lines not wiretapped by 1961. The earlier word or form of the word was Middle English sicker, from Old English sicor, an earlier borrowing of the same Latin word, and sure, adjective, a doublet or doublet, altered in its passage from Old French, related securely. Secure as a verb, all right, that was like secure as an adjective. So to secure something, right? Now secure as a verb. Oh, or a secure thing. I apologize. Not to secure something, but something that is secure, right? So it's being described as secure, right? Now as a verb, to secure something, right? Century 1600, to make safe, guard from danger, from secure, adjective, meaning ensure, make certain. One more time, meaning ensure. Let's go back over here real quick. Once you are secure, once you're sure, once you've made certain, once you have guaranteed, once you are secure in your knowledge of nationality and national principles, then and only then, there goes your disclaimer right there, then and only then can you be an active and productive part of a body politic. You must be active, not passive in these matters as they pertain to you. Now think about this. If you exercise one of your birthrights and have resistance, and you're met with resistance from the occupying de facto bodies that are playing government on your land, and then something happens where they injure you, right? And then you don't know what to do, or you start contacting other people and asking them, what are you to do? What happened? What went wrong? How come I did this and it didn't work? Why? What's going on? And then you start to say, oh, well, these RB Bay publications people, they're the reason that people are getting locked up. Yada, yada, yada. Well, once you are secure in your knowledge of nationality and national principles, then and only then can you be an active and productive part of a body politic. Why are you trying to be an active and productive part of a body politic when you are insecure? When you are insecure. (1640s), unsafe, also not fully assured. Wow, that's the one right there. Not fully assured, not free from fear or doubt. So you're going up in these venues because they gave you a bill of attainder with some name on it, and then they're telling you they're making a claim on that, and that's you, and that you have to come answer to that, and then the consequences of that are either you're going to be proven guilty of that which they're making a claim against you about, and then in that sense, then they're expecting some type of finance or for you to sit down in one of their camps, right? It's what I call their jails, concentration camps. So they want you to sit down in one of their camps so that they can generate finance off of that. Because it's not about whether you're guilty or not. The prosecutor is just looking for deals. They have to get their stats up. Okay, so there's a certain standard that they're trying to reach. There's a certain quota they're trying to reach because everything they're doing generates finance. Okay, and when you're dealing with these people, you're gonna realize that that's really all they care about. Okay, maintaining control of your ancestral state and generating finance. Now, if you're not fully assured, right, and if you're not free from fear and doubt, and then you try some, I'm not telling you don't try nothing just because you have a bit of fear, but maybe I understand that when you're going to these venues, which I don't show up to their venues, but if you decide to do that, right, for whatever reason, and you're not fully assured on what you're talking about or what it is you're trying to exercise or how it is you're supposed to exercise or what it is that these people who are claiming any positions, any public office titles or positions, official titles or positions in so-called government, and you're not sure, and then you're not free from fear, there's a possibility that they're gonna see that, because you're not dealing with dumbasses, okay? You're dealing with magi's, people who are Masons, Eastern Stars, people who have a background in a lot of things that our people weren't taught in their public indoctrination systems. So the whole thing is about being secure in what you know. Man can only be what he knows, and therefore we study, study, study. Okay? How to study? Prerequisites of studying. Prerequisite means or pertains to that which is held as needed or necessary for one to be aware of or to be apprised about a subject, an issue, a condition, or a thing beforehand. It relates essentially to knowledge, to information, to conditioning, to circumstances, and / or to concepts. Okay? Knowledge, information, conditioning, circumstances, and concepts, etc., which are, may, or should be involved with or serve to address aspects of one's sound opinions related to facts and to one's reasoning state of mind. A logistical examination of any subject or issue at hand is socially and strategically an indispensably valuable asset to the act of studying. A logistical examination pertaining to logic as an adjective, 1620s. A logistical examination of any subject matter. So logical, right? A logical examination. So when you're examining things, when someone makes a claim and then you just start, trying to defend yourself based on what you think that is, but you haven't actually dealt with the prerequisites of studying that particular document or that particular claim against you. That means that you're insecure in this knowledge of nationality and national principles, and then you run and go say that somebody else, the devil, got you in trouble. Okay? So a logistical examination of any subject or issue at hand is socially and strategically an indispensably valuable asset to the act of studying. Remember that. All right? Remember that. Don't move until you are sure. All right? Don't move until you are sure. Until you are secure. Officers of the court have no immunity from liability when violating constitutional rights. States cannot license rights. When they say that they're going to give you the right. They're going to give you the right to do something. Yeah. They can't license rights. That's why they give you privileges. But when they refer to your rights as privileges, or when they offer you privileges, 9 times out of 10, it comes with the relinquishing of a right. It comes with the entering into their jurisdiction and becoming their subjects. It comes with being placed within a certain class or status, right, pertaining to society. Let's see. I got the definitions over here. I sure do. Let's see. Status. Actually, it's number 1. First thing is status. Go. Until that Black's Law 4th edition. Don't be mad, I know. Status. Standing. State or condition. Standing. You know what standing means? You're not laying over, falling out. You're standing. State or condition. Social position. What is your social position? Are you a ward of the state? Are you classified as 3/5 of a human being? Are you not classified as a human with human rights? Are you placing yourself in contracts that give foreigners authority over your being and the governing of your affairs? The legal relation of an individual to the rest of the community. Did you know you had a legal relation pertaining to the rest of a community? The rights, duties, capacities, and incapacities which determine a person to a given class. What is your status? Put your status on the record. If you don't know your status, you don't know your rights, you don't know your duties, you don't know your capacities and your incapacities, which determine a natural person to a given class. A legal, personal relationship, not temporary in its nature, nor terminable at the mere will of the parties, with which the third persons and the state are concerned. While the term implies relation, it is not mere relation. Why? Because it also speaks on the rights, duties, capacities, and incapacities. What you can and can't do. If your status is a slave, if you're in a slave status, you probably don't have the same rights as a free man. You probably don't have the same duties as a free man. You probably don't have the same capacities as a free man. And you definitely don't have the same incapacities. Actually, you definitely don't. You definitely, all 4 of these are different. If you're, depending on your status, right? And then you must know that person, in general usage, a human being, i.e. natural person, though by statute term may include a firm. Did you know that? Did you know that a firm is a person? A labor organization. Did you know that a labor organization can be considered a person? A partnership, association, corporations are considered persons. This is free. Promotional education distribution. Thank you for your order. All you got to do is order 1 book and you'll get this. You order 1 book and you'll get this. You should order more than 1 book, obviously, but 1 book and you'll get this. Okay? Promotional education distribution. Civics or civics, right? The spirit of law. Constitution and affidavits. Don't get overwhelmed. One by one, look these words up. One by one, look these words up. Look these documents up. Define these words in different dictionaries. Cross-reference. Unabridged dictionaries. Law dictionaries. Okay? The utilization of affidavit must be the method of written communication with the court by a national, sovereign, or by any person acting in a lawful manner enforcing the Constitution. The Supreme Court of the United States has already determined, and this is where, when you start to read and you start to understand that there are events, rulings, laws, and things that are already established. You don't have to establish it. You don't have to create the law. There's already things in place to safeguard your liberties. The Supreme Court of the United States has already determined that state courts, like the federal courts, are obligated. That doesn't mean at their discretion. That doesn't mean if they feel like it. That doesn't mean, maybe today and maybe not tomorrow. They're obligated to uphold and secure the rights preserved for the people and citizens. The question before these inferior and lower courts is, therefore, whether or not the officers of the courts are operating outside of the established law of the land. What's the supreme law of the land? When you're dealing with the North Gate, it's the Constitution for the United States of America. They already said it. The lower courts are violating your constitutional secured right to the enjoyment of and exercising of your substantive rights, and are posed to turn rights into a crime. Sir, you have a driver's license and registration? You don't have a plate on this car. Where does that plate come from? Where does that license come from? What are you surrendering when you enter into contracts with the DMV, with the Department of Motor Vehicles, or whatever body is vested with some alleged authority to issue certain documents or certain instruments? They're telling you have to do these things. But when you begin to study Supreme Court decisions, when you begin to study different case law, you will see that at the end of the day, it all falls back on the Constitution. When they're violating this, they're violating the very foundation that gives them any assumed authority. If they're claiming any authority here at the North Gate, North America, contemporarily known as the United States of America, if they're claiming any authority, it has to come from this. Because there was no other government was established at that time. It's the Constitution. It's the Constitution that regulates how they are to do business. That's a contract. So if they're claiming to be any type of authority, then they should have oaths to this, to uphold and defend this from all enemies, foreign and domestic. Okay? But when you begin to exercise your liberties, right, in the spirit of law, you will quickly come to understand and overstand that they are violating this. When they violate this, what happens? They automatically unseat themselves from their positions. Okay? So remember, let's go back here one time. If we have time. Go back here one time. So remember, when you think someone coming to save you, take notice. Take notice.
Enemy, ain't nobody coming. You got to do it. And all we need is a certain type of people to grow into this next dispensation. Only a small amount of people, that's all it takes to change the whole world. We ain't worried about everybody else. Because once one start tapping the knowledge, we in the collective consciousness, the whole consciousness get affected. That's how strong the higher vibration is. And I'm not boosting and bragging about myself. Yeah, keep growing. It ain't gonna stop because I keep growing. I know it. I'm clear. I have an overstanding. I ain't gotta argue, debate. I just keep working on myself. Watch this. And that same person that was talking this, all of a sudden they get in check. Because it's the force. It's the energy.
Yeah. Work on that energy. Work on your spirit. Work on that spirit of law. Islam. Peace and love, Morris.